a Call of Duty commentary. What year is it? What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Tesla Cybertruck. My overall first impressions are, I think it looks pretty cool. And that's the funny thing with this truck is that half of the people think it looks pretty cool, and half of the people think it is an absolute abomination that should be scorched from the earth. And Tesla loves that. That's what they were going for. For better or for worse, people are talking about it. And there is no way that you're going to drive by this thing and not look. This thing has an absolutely unique look. I mean, all the other trucks look very, very similar to each other. And then you got that thing, and it is radically different. I mean, no cars have sharp angles like that. I mean, it's wild how they made that thing look. So I like it. I like it when companies take risks and do something crazy. And the Tesla Cybertruck is the craziest thing Tesla's done. I mean, that is fucking wild. So I think this is probably their defining product. I know they've got the Model S and the 0 to 60 and it's cool. It goes in a straight line really quick. But in terms of being something really crazy that you can't miss, the Tesla Cybertruck is going to be that thing. So I think it's pretty cool. But I have some serious doubts. I mean, I have some serious doubts about the thing. First of all, and most importantly of all, I don't think it's going to be a good truck for people that need a truck. You're not going to see this thing as a work truck. Even if it was a good work truck, the fact that it's electric is a real hamstring for it. A lot of people that need work trucks take them onto job sites, and job sites are typically mud holes in the middle of nowhere, and you don't have superchargers. Fossil fuels really come in handy when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't think it's going to be a good work truck. It doesn't look like it's going to be very customizable. That's the thing with the Chevys, the Dodges, the Fords. They've gotten a big advantage in the fact that they are far more customizable. There's far more third-party additions you can do to them. I just don't see a welder, for example, taking making a Tesla Cybertruck his rig truck with his welder in the back and all his tools and all of his rods and leads, and that ain't happening. There's no fucking way that's going to happen. At least not for a really long time. The technology is going to have to come a really far away to get people that actually need work trucks into an electric truck. And my other concern is the crash test safety of this thing. So they demoed the truck by beating it with fucking sledgehammers. They're like, look at this truck. We can beat it with a fucking sledgehammer. And that's cool. And on the surface, you're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But if you think about it a little harder and you realize why cars are made out of aluminum and plastics now, and part of the reason is weight and fuel efficiency, but another reason is crash test safety. The reason why cars are made out of materials that crumple and break and explode is because that absorbs the impact of the crash. When cars were made out of steel, they were insanely unsafe because you're just a pinball inside that steel car. When your steel car hits a tree, the fucking steel ain't given, man. You're going to be the guy that takes all the force. But when you have an aluminum car, the aluminum's going to crumple and you're going to take some of it, but the aluminum's going to take a lot of it too. So, crash test safety, it's going to be real interesting to see what they do. I'm sure they have some crazy technology behind that. I'm sure they thought of that, but I'm interested in the safety of other people. Like, what happens to the people that get hit by the Tesla Cybertruck? That thing is going to murder the fuck out of people because it's so heavy. I mean, God knows how heavy the steel is, right? But the thing with the Teslas is that they're really heavy because of the batteries too. All those, and God only knows how big the battery in that thing. Did they reveal the weight? I actually don't know. It's got to be heavy as fuck. So, oh man, you've got this heavy knife truck with sharp angles that can go really fucking fast and has an insane amount of torque. It's going to kill the shit out of people. Oh my God. So, yeah. We'll see. Overall, I think it's pretty cool though. With all that being said, I think it's pretty cool, and it's definitely Tesla's defining product in my opinion. That's the most radical car that they've unveiled. There is no way, like, you're not going to drive by one of those and not know what it is. If you're on the highway, you might see a Tesla, and you might overlook it. You might, it might just be a car that blends into the other sea of cars. But that thing, no way. So that takes me to the next part of this video, and that's the fake environmentalism. I've seen so many people praising, or so many articles praising this truck for bringing the truck industry into the environment cause. Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I cannot stand when companies market environmentalism, or when people preach environmentalism, especially when it doesn't make any sense. The people that are preaching environmentalism that go and buy Teslas are locusts on the environment. They are worse. They're the worst offenders, because they're the type of people that buy something and then immediately upgrade it, and they don't live this like simple lifestyle. The people that are good, the people that are actually environmentally conscious, aren't even doing it on purpose. They're just normal people that drive their cars and use the products they buy until they can't really anymore. They use something until it's all used up. The guy that buys his 20-year-old, the guy that's driving his 1993 Chevy truck that gets not the greatest fuel economy and probably doesn't have the greatest emissions results, is doing far more for the environment than the guy that's buying the Tesla Cybertruck. Because the guy that's buying the Tesla Cybertruck probably has a fairly new vehicle already, because he makes a lot of money because he can buy a fucking Tesla Cybertruck. He's probably the type of person that buys the newest smartphone, buys the newest things, because people that buy Teslas, largely, it's a fucking flex brand. It's a brand that's like, hey, dude, I buy this thing, and I buy it because it's neat, but it also has status attached to it, and it's the newest, coolest thing. And especially in the tech sector, I like cool technology. I buy the coolest, newest graphics cards every few years. I get it. If I had more money, I'd do it more often. But the people buying the Teslas are the same types of people that are buying the newest and coolest tech because it's new and it's cool and they got the means to do it. I don't blame them. But don't preach me environmentalism. It's so fucking annoying, because the people that preach it the most seem to be the worst offenders. It's true. I mean, you have like Al Gore, right? Al Gore's got like 50 fucking kids. What's the carbon footprint on that motherfucker with his 50 fucking kids and his 18 houses? Like, come on, bro. Joe Blow across the street with his 98 Chevy truck it has a way smaller footprint. It's so annoying. So, and then you have the environmentalism of just minutia bullshit of like, oh, we're gonna do plastic or paper straws instead of plastic straws. Meanwhile, China and India are raping the earth. They don't give a fuck. And then you've got the new and up and coming third world countries, which God bless them, they're finally not starving to death anymore. But the only reason they're not is because they're extracting fossil fuels and rare earth minerals and essentially doing everything more efficiently than the first world countries can do, because we have environmental standards, which is the only reason they're not starving to death. So are the environmentalists going to go to them and be like, hey, Macumbo, man, these emissions, you got to cut them down. So either that or we're bringing the flies back. They're going to be on your face again, just like in the commercials. So anyway, it's so fucking annoying. What do you guys think of the Cybertruck? I think it's pretty neat. But Tesla's just like every other car company, dude. They're not out there saving the fucking universe.